What if the key to reversing age spots, fine lines, and skin discoloration after 60 isn't found in creams or treatments, but in the minerals your body might be missing? Welcome back to the Senior Health Podcast, where we merge cutting-edge science with time-tested wisdom to help you age stronger, healthier, and more vibrant. If you're over 60 and you've noticed your skin changing in ways you can't explain, this episode might be the game changer you've been waiting for. Because today, we're exploring the often overlooked connection between minerals and skin health and how a simple adjustment could make a world of difference. And today's guest knows exactly what we're talking about, because he's over 100, still walking daily, and still treating patients using the power of food, tradition, and the wisdom that only decades of experience can provide. There is no one better equipped to guide us through the healing power of nutrition and minerals than a man who has seen over a century of health trends come and go, and has stayed strong through them all. It's an honor to have you back.
Thank you, John. It's always a pleasure to speak with you. I'm truly honored to be here today. What we're discussing today is something deeply important to me, because many of the health issues we see on our skin don't start on the surface. They start inside. In this video, we're going to uncover one of the most overlooked reasons your skin may be changing after 60. And it's not about aging or sun damage. It's something much deeper, something that affects how your body heals, protects, and renews itself every single day. It is about missing minerals. So stay with us until the end, because once you understand how a few small nutritional gaps can silently impact your skin and your health, you'll see just how simple it could be to restore a more youthful, radiant appearance from the inside out.
That's fascinating. And minerals are definitely something most people overlook. At least I do all the time. Now I'm curious. How exactly do they influence the skin so profoundly?
It's a great question, John. The skin reflects what's happening inside the body, and minerals are at the core of that process. Zinc, for example, is essential for collagen production, which keeps the skin firm and elastic. Copper helps with the absorption and use of zinc, while magnesium supports the body's cellular repair, reducing inflammation and stress. These minerals work in harmony to ensure that your skin doesn't just look good. It's actually healthy from the inside out. Without the proper balance, you can end up with a breakdown in skin structure, leading to wrinkles, dark spots, and overall aging.
You know, hearing that really brings me back to a moment with one of my patients, a woman in her late 60s who came to me frustrated with the dark spots on her skin. She had tried countless creams, treatments, and everything she could find, but nothing seemed to work. When we finally sat down and took a close look at her diet, we realized that she was missing out on some key minerals that could have been helping her skin. That's when it clicked for me. It's not always about what you put on your skin. It's about what you nourish your body with from the inside. And this is exactly what we're diving into today. The power of minerals and how they can be your skin's best ally. So let's start with the big question. How do minerals like zinc and copper actually impact our skin health as we get older?
When we look at minerals like zinc and copper, it's important to understand that they don't just play a role in your skin's appearance. They influence how your skin functions at the cellular level. Zinc, for example, is essential for the production of collagen, which is the foundation of youthful, resilient skin. Without enough zinc, your skin can become more fragile, losing elasticity and the ability to repair itself as efficiently.
That's fascinating. But why does zinc become harder for the body to absorb as we age?
As we age, our digestive system becomes less efficient at absorbing nutrients, and zinc is no exception. This decline occurs for several reasons, including reduced stomach acid production, slower gut motility, and changes in the intestinal lining that affect how nutrients are transported.
So just eating more zinc-rich foods isn't always enough? Or absorb as we age?
Exactly. In fact, a Japanese study published in the Journal of Nutritional Science and Vitaminology found that elderly individuals had significantly lower zinc absorption rates compared to younger adults, even when their dietary intake was the same. So, even if you're eating zinc-rich foods, your body might not be able to utilize them effectively, which makes bioavailable forms of zinc, like zinc glycinate, even more important as we age.
So this means even the best foods can be rendered ineffective if our digestive system is underperforming.
You are right. Zinc can be stored in the liver, but if liver function begins to slow down with age, the body has a harder time storing and utilizing the zinc it receives. This is why having a healthy liver is so crucial, and why many older adults struggle with skin issues despite eating what they think is a healthy diet.
That's a good point. I think a lot of people don't realize how interconnected everything is. They might focus on one thing, like their skin, but miss the underlying cause like liver function or digestion.
Absolutely, and this is where copper comes into play. Copper helps with the absorption and proper use of zinc, and if copper levels are low, it can exacerbate the issues we are seeing with zinc deficiencies. It's all about maintaining balance between these minerals.
It's amazing how one small imbalance can throw everything off. But let's talk about the flip side of this. What happens when we have too much zinc in our system?
Too much zinc can disrupt the balance of other minerals, like copper. If you take too much zinc without copper to balance it out, you could see symptoms like fatigue, joint pain, and even digestive issues. The body needs balance, not excess.
That's a huge warning sign for anyone thinking about taking supplements without considering the full picture. But let's shift gears for a moment. What about some of the more common skin conditions seniors face, like hyperpigmentation, melasma, and age spots? How are these connected to these mineral imbalances?
When it comes to conditions like hyperpigmentation, melasma, and age spots, these are often the result of imbalances in the way our body processes melanin. Zinc, for instance, is essential in controlling melanin production, so a deficiency can cause overproduction in certain areas. Copper also helps regulate this process, and without the proper levels, uneven pigmentation becomes more likely.
That's really eye-opening. So it's not just about sun exposure or aging, it's about how our body manages pigmentation from the inside.
Precisely. And when the body doesn't have the right minerals to manage this, we end up with dark spots or patches on the skin. The imbalance in these minerals can cause the skin to become more reactive to environmental triggers, making it even harder to correct the pigmentation.
So, is there a way to reset this balance in the body and prevent these issues?
Yes, by improving the levels of zinc, copper, and magnesium, we can give the skin the support it needs to regain its balance. This means not just taking supplements, but also focusing on nutrient-dense foods and ensuring proper digestion to absorb these minerals effectively.
I can see how this could be a more holistic approach than simply focusing on topical solutions. When you think about it, so many people look for quick fixes, but this sounds like it's really about the long-term health of the body.
Absolutely. The body needs time to heal and repair, and when you nourish it from the inside out, the results can be far more lasting. And this isn't just about aesthetics. It's about restoring overall health and vitality.
It's so powerful to think that something as simple as focusing on the right minerals could make such a difference. But let's take a deeper dive. You mentioned an imbalance, and we've talked about the role of zinc. Let's now focus on the flip side. What happens when the body lacks these key minerals? What are some of the warning signs that we might be getting it wrong?
When the body lacks key minerals like zinc, copper, and magnesium, it can manifest in a number of ways. Zinc deficiency, for example, can lead to weakened skin, poor wound healing, and even an increase in skin conditions like acne or eczema. Copper plays a role in collagen production, and without it, your skin may start to lose its elasticity, making wrinkles and sagging more pronounced.
That's alarming. So, when people notice their skin aging prematurely or losing its firmness, it might not just be a sign of age. It could be a mineral deficiency.
Exactly, and magnesium is often overlooked, but it's critical for reducing inflammation and supporting the repair of cells. When magnesium levels are low, the body can experience chronic inflammation, which accelerates skin aging and makes it harder to repair damaged tissues.
So low magnesium could be contributing to many other aging signs beyond just skin.
Yes, indeed. Low magnesium is also linked to issues like poor sleep, muscle cramps, and fatigue, which can make it harder to maintain a healthy, youthful appearance. This is why the entire body suffers when these key minerals are missing.
It's fascinating how interconnected all of this is. So, what you're saying is that these deficiencies don't just impact the skin, but also general vitality and well-being. It's not just about looking younger. It's about feeling better too, nigh other aging signs, beyond just skin.
Absolutely. The body needs these minerals, not only for physical appearance, but also for its internal functions, including the immune system, digestion, and muscle health. Without balance, everything starts to break down.
That really helps to put things in perspective. We've talked about some of the more common deficiencies that affect the skin, but what about the opposite? What happens when we're getting too much of certain minerals?
When we get too much zinc, copper, or magnesium, it can have a negative impact on the body. For example, excess zinc can interfere with the absorption of copper, leading to deficiencies that can affect skin health, nerve function, and overall energy levels. Similarly, too much magnesium can cause diarrhea and abdominal discomfort, which in turn can disrupt digestion and the absorption of other essential nutrients.
That's interesting. So, it seems there's a fine line between getting enough of these minerals and overdoing it?
Yes, balance is crucial. The body needs a delicate equilibrium of minerals to function optimally. Too much of one mineral can not only disrupt the absorption of others, but it can also lead to unintended consequences like inflammation, digestive issues, and weakened immunity.
What about a situation where someone thinks they're getting enough of these minerals from supplements but is missing out on something essential from their food?
That's a common issue. Supplements can be helpful, but they shouldn't be relied on alone. The body absorbs minerals best when they come from food, as they're accompanied by other nutrients that help the absorption process.
It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking supplements are the fix, but this sounds like it's more about whole foods, getting nutrients in their natural form.
Exactly. A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins ensures that the body receives a broad spectrum of essential nutrients. And of course, certain foods are rich in the minerals that support skin health, like zinc in pumpkin seeds, copper in shellfish, and magnesium in leafy greens.
That's a key